Digital disruption is challenging the ideas of global standards of exchange. Bitcoin is an alternative digital standard for the transacting of value that a new generation, in an almost libertarian fashion, is embracing as a way to pay for stuff or to receive value from somebody else. During a recent university game in the United States, as is the custom for the Americans, sometimes you can hold up signs on television saying, "I'm at university, send me some money, mum." During one of those games, a Bitcoin enthusiast held up a QR code saying, "Send me Bitcoins." Within a matter of hours, not just his mum, but enthusiasts from around the world had sent him $20,000 equivalent in Bitcoins. Why? Because immediately people can snap a shot of the QR code and transact value to him via an alternative digital standard. Do you think this freaks out some central banks or even some banks, right? We'll get back to this in just a moment. But even the idea of 3D printing as a result of digital disruption is impacting our entire supply chains. Grace Choice from Harvard University has created a 3D printer for cosmetics. Any cosmetics companies in the room here today or in the beauty industry? Yeah, you guys make some decent margins, right? What if someone just took a printer at home and started producing your exact Pantone colors and then applying them as rouge on their faces or as lipsticks? This changes the vertical integration of some markets, doesn't it? What does it do to standards? Or what questions will be asked about intellectual property as a result? When you can simply click on the latest fashion bloggers' beautiful red lips, drag it into your printer, and have the printer print that exact lipstick at home for you. This disintermediates. This changes the supply chain or even the value chain. And this is the kind of disruption that we're now seeing. So digital disruption has already been happening, and as you can see, all of these industries where you guys are working, electronics and appliances, furniture and home furniture, clothing and accessories, are all experiencing a digital tipping point over the next few years, taking more and more market share and changing the way we need to think about our businesses. This is also indicating that the journey has shifted for the consumer. We love this world where the customer journey was linearly designed by brands. But now, what does it look like? It's sort of spirally shaped like a slinky by customers, right? Switching from device to device to device in this sort of omnichannel melange where it's really quite challenging for us to figure out how to connect with them. And increasingly, they're being bombarded in bricks and mortar reality with commercial messages from new standards like Bluetooth, for example, or via Wi-Fi. New standards that are connecting and that retailers are starting to use to connect with our mobilized, digitized minds as well. And at the point of sale, we maybe scan a barcode to know whether the brand that we're about to buy or not. Well, maybe we should buy it, maybe we should boycott it based on the entire supply chain of that brand, based on the mobilized interface of something that's in tune with your barcodes. We're becoming very, very interested in place, in provenance and context, not just our own, but also in terms of where the stuff comes from. When I've been working in Texas with the beef industry, for example, this is critical because they want to sell story beef, right? Story beef that's also a verified story. You guys are enablers of trust through the supply chain. And increasingly at the point of sale, the customer wants not just the marketing story, but also the verified trust going back to the Farmgate. So what are some examples of this? This is no longer just a hipster trend in Portland or in Williamsburg. This has now also gone mainstream, as Dale from Walmart here in the room knows. Because now they're sourcing more than 10% of all of their fresh produce in the United States from local farmers. because we want to buy and support the local economy. We want to know where our food comes from. And if any of you have been to farmers markets recently, which are growing at an exponential rate, you'll understand that this story of connecting back to the Farmgate is extremely important for so many people around the world. Again, it's not just a hipster trend when McDonald's is investing massively into making sure that they're now purchasing verified, sustainable beef. This is now a mainstream story, and you guys have a very, very important role to play in that future of making sure that the stories we tell as customers or that we ingest as customers and the stories that your brand partners tell are verified into the future.